Hi everyone, how are you all? I hope you're doing good. In fact, I'm doing great that way. So, coming back to where we left in the previous discussion, yesterday you might have seen part one to solutions to November 2020 CA Foundation accounts paper. So, here we are today discussing remaining answers. So, yesterday we discussed solution to question number one and two. So, today we'll discuss solution to three and four, and five and six will be in the upcoming video, that is part three. So come on, without wasting much time, let me share the screen and we'll get started. Yes, I hope you can see the screen by now. We had stopped here. That's the 10 marker 2B, which dealt with stock reconciliation. So we'll start with question number 3, which deals with consignment. Maya consigned 400 boxes of shaving brushes. So let's get started. So let's read the last line of the question, which basically goes like they want us to prepare consignment account. So what exactly is the objective? Preparation of consignment account. Consignment account is prepared with an objective of determining the profit made on consignment. So that is the objective with which we are preparing. Perfect. So Maya consigned goods. So Maya is the consigner who's sending the goods in this particular case. So we'll start with accounting in the books of Maya. So let me take you to the Excel sheet. Solution to question number 3A. Number 3A solution is what we're discussing. So we're doing in the books of Maya. Maya, Maya. In the books of Maya, we don't know whether male or female, so I'll just leave it there in the books of Maya. So this much would be sufficient in the books of Maya. Yeah, what exactly are we required to do? We've been required to prepare consignment account. Consignment account. Yes, consignment account will have two columns. Debit column, one the left side is called debit side and the right side is called credit side, and will not have date here. We'll have particulars. Yes, and we'll only have amount columns after that. I've left a little space in here so that will cope up as my, what do you say, basically an inner column for the amounts. Sorry that I had to pause. I got a call. So I was telling you that that place that I've left is for an inner amount column. So then I'll have again particulars. I'll have another amount column which comes up here. Yes, just in case if I have any calculations or computations coming up. That is the intention. However, you can skip that also if you don't need it. I'm just making it as a sake of provisioning. So by this, my ledger account format is ready. So let's get started now. Yeah, let us read the information given in the question to us. So Maya consigned 400 boxes of shaving brushes. So 400 boxes of shaving brushes. It's not 400 rupees. It is 400 boxes. Each box containing 100 shaving brushes. So basically Maya is consigning 100 into 400. That is about 40,000 shaving brushes. Okay. Cost price of each box is 3,000. Remember, it is not 400 into 100 into 3,000. We'd have to do 400 into 3,000 because the price 3,000 is per box, not per brush. There is one box. That box has 100 brushes and each box costs 3,000, not each brush. So 400 boxes, each box into 3,000 rupees. So that is it. So this is the goods sent on consignment. Goods sent on consignment. In the consignment account, it will come on the debit side because that is increasing the value of consignment. So whenever goods are sent on consignment, consignment is an asset increasing. So consignment account should be debited and the credit should be given to two goods sent on consignment. So it will be goods sent on consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. Perfect. This would be the case. And what exactly would be the amount? It would be 400 boxes into 3000 each. I would put it here. Okay, shall I put it here? 400 boxes of 300 each. Yes, that would be 400 multiplied by 300. Yes, 1,20,000. Do you get that? 400 into 3,000, right? Ouch. Did I put 300 here? Yes, I put 300. It becomes 12 lakh. Just make this an amount kind of a thing so that it will become easier for us to see. Yeah, that becomes 12 lakhs. Perfect. So this is done. Let us see the next item. So after that, Maya spent 500 rupees per box as cartage, freight and forwarding charges. So Maya is consigner. The person who's sending the goods is consigner. The person who's receiving the goods is consignee. In simple terms, how I usually help my students remember is consignee. The person who's receiving, in Kannada we call it e-skolodu, like e-schooling. The person who's e-schooling will have E in his name. Drawer, drawee, payer, payee, consigner, consignee. You get that? So person who's receiving will have double E in their name. So consignee is receiving it. Consigner is the person who's sending it. All the expenses, whether incurred by consigner or incurred by consignee, should be borne by the consigner. I repeat, first thumb rule, all the expenses, whether incurred by consigner or incurred by consignee, should be borne by the consigner, because consigner is the principal, consignee is mere agent. So all the expenses, consigner's expense, consignee's expense, both will appear in consignment account. Done. But consigner's expense is always non-selling expense or always non-recurring expense, and it will be part of closing stock valuation. However, consignee's expense will be categorized into two categories. That is, part of it is selling expense, part of it is non-selling expense. Non-selling expense incurred by consignee is part of closing stock valuation. Selling expense incurred by consignee is not part of closing stock valuation. Now, what is this concept of selling and non-selling expense? Expense incurred till the time the goods will reach the go down of the consignee is non-selling expense. I repeat, expense incurred till the time the goods will reach consignee's go down is non-selling expense. Once the goods reaches the go down of the consignee, any expense incurred is selling expense. So all the non-selling expenses will be part of closing stock valuation. All the expense incurred by consigner is non-selling. Expense incurred by consignee till the time goods reach go down is non-selling. So till the time the goods reach go down, all the expenses incurred is part of closing stock. After it reaches the go down, it is recurring expense and it is not part of our closing stock valuation. Perfect. Let us get going. So this is expense incurred by consigner. So consigner, meaning Maya, if she incurs expense, it is increasing the value of consignment. So consignment account will be debited. The credit will be given to cash or bank, however she pays. Yeah, cash or bank. What is this? Consigner's expense. How much is it? Consigner's expense is 500 per box. 500 per box. How many boxes did she send? She sent 400 boxes. 400 boxes multiplied by 500 per box. For one box, she incurred 400 rupees. 500 rupees towards how much? Towards what? Towards cartage, freight, insurance, and forwarding. Okay, come on. Let us write that. Is 500. Okay, boss. Come on. Let's do this. Is equal to 400 multiplied by 500. That comes to 2 lakh rupees. So what is this? This is consigner's expense. Whatever I'm writing in bracket, it need not be written in the examination. This is just for your understanding. FYU, for your understanding. Let us go to what is there after that. So after that, we have one box was lost on the way and Maya lodged a claim with insurance company and could get 2,700 as claim on average basis. So she basically sent 400 boxes. Out of those, one box was lost in the transit and she could get 2,700, isn't it? 2,700 rupees towards the insurance claim. Okay, let us see what is happening here. So I'm going to do one small working note here showing you how exactly is the stock movement happening. So statement of consignment stock. This would basically help us identify the consignment closing stock at the end. Yeah. So I'll write here particulars. Here I'll write per unit. We'll write per unit data here. And then, okay, units data first. Then I'll write per unit cost if there is any. Then I'll write amount. Okay. Same thing, whatever we've written here in the account format, I'm posting it in the form of a statement. First one, goods sent. Okay, goods sent by Maya. How many boxes did she send? She basically sent 400. 400 boxes. What is the cost per box? Per box it is 3,000. So I'll write here 3,000. So it will become 400 multiplied by 3,000. 1,20,000. Perfect. Then we will add consigner's expense here. What is say consigner's expense? That does that increase number of units? No, it doesn't increase. It's only 500 per unit. So I'll basically do 400 multiplied by 500. That gives me additional 2 lakh rupees. Additional 2 lakh rupees. So this is my cost so far. Yeah. So this is the value of the goods sent. So at right now, how many units are there? Goods sent. Goods sent by Maya. How many boxes? 400 boxes. 3,500 per box. That is basically arrived at as 14 lakh rupees. You get that? So here there is loss, less. Goods lost in transit. How many were lost in transit? One box was lost in transit. How do I know? They have given it in the question. So one box is lost. One box. So what is the per unit price of it? 3,500. So how much rupees is gone? 3,500 is gone. So what is the value of the goods received by goods at consignee city? When consignee receives, he'll receive 399 units of rupees 3,500 each. And what will be the value of it? 3,900 multiplied by 399 multiplied by 3,500. That is 13,96,500. Okay, this is a very important part here. This is loss. 2,700 is the value of the goods lost. Okay, goods lost. Goods lost. How much? 3,500. How much is the insurance claim against this? They have given it to us in the question. How much is the insurance claim? Read it. Insurance claim, it is given here, right in the middle of the question. 2,700. You get that? Company 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line. 2,700 as claim. So 2,700 rupees is received as claim. How much is received? 2,700 is received or yet to be received. Company could get, okay, 2,700 insurance claim received. So if those goods were not damaged, you could have called it of value 3,500. But because it is damaged, you could only realize 2,700. So there is loss. How much is loss? 800. How do I get it? 3,500 minus 2,700. I hope this made sense to you people. Have a look. 400 rupee, 400 units or 400 boxes. Okay, per box it is 3000, and per box they further incurred 500 rupees transportation expense. So each box is of a value 3500. So if one box is lost, its value is 3500. Yeah. Okay, one box lost. One box lost. Yes, insurance claim with regard to that box that has happened is 2700 rupees. So 800 rupees what is not received is our loss amount. Am I making sense? Okay, come on, let's write with regard to this. So it is basically by cash. I'll write by cash account assuming that it is received. If the insurance claim is not received, I would be writing by insurance company account. I am assuming that the insurance claim money is received, so I'm writing by cash account. Instead, if you want, you can write insurance company account debit. When will we write insurance company account? We will write insurance company account when it is not received. When such money is not received. How much is received or how much will be received? 2700. But against that box, you have already written 3000 plus 500. 3500 is the value here. But 2700 is what you written here. There is amount of loss. So where would get transferred to? That gets transferred to P&L account by P&L account. What is it? It is loss on box. Okay, loss. Okay, box lost. And insurance deficit. Box is lost and insurance claim is not full. How much is that? That is rupees 800. I hope that will help. Yeah. So we're done so far till here in the question. Let me continue reading the question. So we're done till that part. Now, consignee took the delivery of the rest of the boxes. So 400 sent, one is lost, 399 you have received. Perfect. Consignee took the delivery of the rest of the boxes and spent rupees 1,99,500 as non-recurring expense. Non-recurring expense is non-selling expenditure. Recurring expense is selling expenditure. So how much did he incur as non-recurring expenditure? He spent 1,99,500 and 1,12,500 as recurring expense. Remember the first thumb rule that I told? All the expenditure, whether incurred by consignor or incurred by consignee, always it is to be borne by the consignor. And where would it appear? Consignment account. So in my consignment account, I would write here. I would not write to cash or bank like the way I wrote for consignor's expense. Why? It is consignor who's preparing this. Maya is the consignor. Consignee has paid expense. So Maya, the consignor, has to reimburse this expense to consignee. So it is payable to consignee. So I'll write to consignee account. They have not given the name of consignee. If they would have given, I would have written consignee. So what is this? This is consignee's expense. Okay. So what expenses? Two expenses have been incurred. First one, non-recurring expense. Recurring expense. How much is non-recurring expense incurred? 1,99,500. 1,99,500. How much is the recurring expense incurred? 1,12,500. 1,12,500. Yes, the total expense comes to 3,12,000. Perfect. Yeah. But out of this 3,12,000, what will be the expense that I'll add here? Only non-recurring expenditure. Add consignee's expense. Remember, very important point. Only which expense? Only non-recurring expense. non-recurring expense will be added. How much is non-recurring expense? 1,99,500. 1,99,500. That is the expense incurred. You got that? Perfect. Does that increase number of units? That doesn't increase number of units. So cost of goods at consignees go down. What is the cost of goods at consignees go down? He has 399 units. What is the value of each of it? That we would have to figure out. How do we find it? It is sum of these two items. 15,96,000. That is basically per unit price. If you want 15,96,000 divided by 399, you get 4,000 rupees. 4,000 rupees the price per box. 500 rupees is the cost incurred by the consignor per box. This 1,99,500 if I divide by 399, it comes to 500 rupees is the cost per box incurred by the consignee. Sir, what about the recurring expense? It is an indirect expense or it is selling expense that would not affect our closing stock valuation. That would only affect our profit valuation. Will the consignor reimburse that expense to consignee? Yes. Will that affect our profit? Yes. Will that increase the value of closing stock? The answer is no. The valuation of closing stock is considered after taking into consideration all the expenses incurred till the time the goods will reach the consignor's godown. Expenditure incurred till the time the goods will reach consignee's godown. Expenditure incurred after the goods reaching consignee's godown is not part of the closing stock valuation. I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead. Next, he sold 370 boxes at the rate 65 per shaving brush. Now, it is very tricky. You might just jump in to do 370 into 65. That is not how we should do. Look at this. It is 65 per shaving brush. Okay. What is wrong in doing 370 into 65? Because he sold 370 boxes. He didn't sell 370 shaving brushes. 370 boxes were sold and each brush was sold for 65. Each box contains 100 shaving brushes. So we should, how many did he sell? He sold 370 boxes into 100. You get that? 370 boxes into 100 shaving brushes is what he sold. That is 3,700 shaving brushes at rupees 65 each. Come on, let us identify sales. With regard to sales, consignee has sold the goods and consignee is due to pay this money. So consignee is our asset. So we'd have to debit consignee's account. And my consignment stock is going out, it is reducing, so you'd have to credit consignment account. So the journal entry that I should pass is consignee account debit to consignment account. What is it? Consignee account debit to consignment account. Yeah. I'm assuming that the consignee is yet to pay us. You get that? Yeah. If it is that we directly received the cash, then I would write cash account debit. Yes. Here I'll write consignee account. This is sales. Yes. How many? 370 boxes. Boxes multiplied by 100 brushes per box multiplied by, what is the value per box? 65 per shaving brush. 65 per brush. 65 rupees per brush. Yes, you might jump in and then do 370 into 65 here. Don't do that. It is 370 into 100 into 65. Perfect. So what is it? It is 370 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 65. 24,05,000 is the sales amount. Now, come here. Cost of goods at consignee's godown is 3. Okay, less sales. How many are sold? 370 are sold. So if 370 are sold, what is closing stock? What will be the units lying? 399 units are received by consignee, out of which 370 are sold. So 399 minus 370 gives us 29. What is the value of each of it? Each of it is worth 4,000. So what exactly is the value of the closing stock? 29 multiplied by 4,000. 1,16,000 rupees is the value of the stock lying with the consignee. You get that? So this is a very important table which will help us identify the value of the loss as well as the amount of closing stock. Yes, I hope you people appreciate this box as much as I do. A lot of times you might feel like doing just that small working note to compute the closing stock. Don't do that. Proportionate expense calculation, all you might go wrong at a lot of places. It is always suggested to do this statement. Yeah, perfect. Let us go ahead. What else have they given? Yeah, there is commission. Before that, let me just post the closing stock part here. I'll write here by balance carried on. How much is the value of balance carried on? 1,16,000. Yes. And one more thing that, okay, this is a working note number 1. I'll call this working note number 1. I'll copy this and paste it here as well. Working note number 1. And I'll call this working note number 1. Perfect. That is working note number 1. Perfect. So it shouldn't be of much difficulty to you from here. The problem is done, except for the fact that we are about to post the commission. So commission is an expense to the consignment and the consigner. It is to be paid to the consignee. Expenses are debited. So you write consignment value is increasing. Your consignment account debit to consignee's account. Why are we creating consignee? Because along with the expenses incurred by him, we would have to reimburse him his share of commission also. That is the only reason why he's doing the entire activity for us. Commission. Yes. Commission can be given either on per unit basis or percentage basis. Per unit is 10 rupees per unit sold or 5 rupees per unit sold. Percentage is sales multiplied by so much percentage. Let us see how have they given in this question. They've told that he was entitled to 2% commission on sale plus 1% del creditor commission. So 3% is it is on total. A del creditor commission is the commission which is given over and above the ordinary commission to ensure that if there is any bad debts, such bad debts will become burden of the consignee. I'll repeat, del creditor commission is the commission paid to transfer the risk of bad debts. If del creditor commission is paid, bad debts will be borne by consignee. If del creditor commission is not paid, bad debts is to be borne by consignor. So all the expenses belong to consignor, isn't it? So if there is a person to whom you sold the goods and he doesn't pay the money, it should become my expense, consignor's expense. Whereas to transfer this risk of bad debts, I pay this commission to my consignee and he bears the bad debts if I paid him del creditor commission. So totally how much is the commission? 2% plus 1%, 3% on sales. So how much is it? It is 3% on sales. Sales is how much? Sales is 24 lakh 5,000 multiplied by 2% plus 1%. So totally it is 3%. That's how we compute. Is equal to 24 lakh 5,000 multiplied by 3%. 72,150 is our, what to say, commission. So I'll just add another column or two so that we will have enough place to write the totals and also find our, yeah. Now let's just find totals so that later we can identify balancing figure as our profit or loss. 25 lakh 24,500, 17 lakh 84,150. So the difference here is profit. Where will it go? P&L account. What is this? This is profit on consignment. This is our balancing figure. how do we get this? We basically get this by doing 25 lakh 24,500 minus this part. Here we go. 7,40,350 is our consignment profit transfer to P&L. This is what they've asked for 10 marks. Very easy, not much difficulty. And this is the working note that we should do, which includes closing stock computation as well as the loss of stock computation. So by this, we're done with 3A. Now let me take you to 3B. They've asked you to attempt one of the following questions. So they've given B1 and B2. However, we will be solving both of it. So B1 is account current. B2 is average due date. Come on, let us do 3B1. Yeah, shall we do 3B1? Question 3B1. So we're doing this question on account current. Yeah, account current is just like any other account. We just prepare an account with the help of the usual ledger principle that we follow. However, along with it, we would have to compute the interest. Interest is our ultimate objective. And later, once we add the interest to the normal amount payable or receivable, we identify the ultimate amount payable or receivable. Yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that we need to note with respect to account current is the name of the account current. What name to give to the account current? It itself is an headache that way. So it's as simple as writing a letter. First you would write to, then you would write from. First you would write your friend's name, then you will write your name. So you'll write dear my best friend, and then you'll put your signature. So first is the name of the person to whom you're giving, and next is the person's name who's sending. So first is receiver, next is sender, or another way alphabetically also. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P P Q R S. What is it? R S. First comes R, then comes S. So receiver's name followed by the sender's name. What is it? Receiver's name followed by the sender's name is what we should write. Let us see this. From the following particulars, prepare account current as sent by Mr. Raju to Mr. Sunil. So who's sending it? Raju. Who's receiving it? Sunil. So what will be the name of our account current? Our name of account current should go like this. Mr. Sunil in account current with Mr. Raju. I repeat, you would first write the name of the receiver, then write the name of the sender. Here, Raju is sending it to Sunil. So the name would be Mr. Sunil in account current with Mr. Raju. I hope that helps. Okay. So basically, we're doing this in the books of who's preparing this? Raju. In the books of Mr. Raju. Raju is preparing this and is sending it to Sunil. So this is actually like Sunil account. Like what? Actually like Sunil account. But don't write this thing, whatever I just wrote now in your exam. This is for your understanding only. Actually preparing Sunil account. You get that? So that is just for your understanding. So then we will have date column. So this is going to be a lengthy one. Is there due dates to this? There is no due dates to this. If there are bills here, bills receivable, bills payable, and they've given terms of the bill, then I would not consider the dates. I would consider the due dates. So along with the date, I would have to put due date column. But in this question, they've not given. So I'm not going to put. So I will restrict myself to date. Then I'll have particulars. After particulars, I will have, what do you say? Yeah, period. Then, okay, first I'll put amount, then I'll put period, then I'll have product. So this is one side. Yeah, same thing I would have to have on the other side also. So I'll first, what I'll do is I'll put proper box and all to this. Later I'll copy paste this to the other side. So this is one side done. My particulars has to be little big, amount little small, period even more small, product decent. Perfect. So this is my one side. Like you can say debit side, but it's actually not called debit credit. By mistake, if you see in the ICA material writing it as debit credit, don't question why have they written it. No, just go with it. It is okay. Let them do it. Whatever ICA does is correct at the end of the day. You can't, you can have your opinion, but you can't fight back because it's our mother at the end of the day, isn't it? You might feel like mom is wrong at times, but she's mom. Get it? Perfect. Looks nice, doesn't it? Come on. Let us go ahead now. So this is one side, that's the other side. Let's start posting the figures now. First one, by means of product method. Okay, there are like basically three methods. One is interest table method. Second one is product method. Third one is balance of product method. Right now they've asked us to do product method. That's what we'll do even if they don't mention. Because out of all the methods, the one which will happen faster is product method. So we'll also be doing product method that way. Come on. Let us go ahead. Product method. Then balance due from Sunil 840. So from Sunil, we are supposed to receive. So it's an asset. I would write on my debit side. So I will write here 1st of July. So 1st July, what date? 2020. 2020. 1st July 2020. Yeah, to balance brought up. To balance product. What is the amount? Amount is 840. First, no, forget about the problem. Just go on doing it like a normal ledger account. Later, I'll tell you how to do with respect to account current. Yeah. Next, 15th of August, sold goods to Sunil. Whenever you sell goods to Sunil on 15th of August, what is the journal entry? It is sales. Sunil is supposed to pay us money. Sunil account should be debited because it's a debtor. He is to pay us money, debit what comes in, and debit the receiver of benefit also that way. Yeah. So Sunil account debit to sales account because sales represents goods which are going out. So Sunil account debit to sales account. As this is like Sunil's account, I would have to write by sales. What is the date of this transaction? 15th August 2020. 15th August 2020. By sales. Okay, perfect. How much is the amount? Amount is 1310. 1310. Next, 20th of August, goods are returned by Sunil. Sales is on the credit, sales return is on the debit. Other way around, the journal entry would actually become somewhere like sales return is to be like the goods are which had basically gone out previously are coming back inside. So sales return account should be ouch. Wait, what did I do? Yeah, Sunil account, it's to balance brought down perfect. Sales, Sunil account debit to sales. Ouch. Money balance due from Sunil. Oh, perfect. Oh, this would come here. Sorry. Sunil account debit to sales account. 1310. Ouch. Sorry. The journal entry Sunil account debit to sales. I told it correct. I typed it wrong. Now, sales return would come here because sales return, the goods are coming back. Sales return account should be debited. And Sunil is the person who's giving us the goods. So credit the giver of benefit, credit him. Or the debtor is reducing, asset is reducing, credit him. So either ways, this is happening on what date? It's happening on 20th of August. So I would write here 20th August 2020. What is it that I would write? I would write by sales return account. The amount is 240. Perfect. Yeah. I hope this shouldn't be a problem so far. Next, after that, we have 22nd of September. Sunil paid by check. When Sunil paid us by check, we received the check. Bank account has to be debited. Sunil is the giver of benefit, or Sunil is the debtor decreasing credit. So the journal entry will be bank account debit to Sunil account. So in the Sunil account, I'll write by bank 830. By bank 830 rupees. Yeah, this is happening on 22nd of September. 22nd September 2020. Perfect. Then last transaction, 15th of October. Yeah, last transaction, 15th of October. Received cash from Sunil. Again, instead of writing by bank, I'll write this one. What is it? 15th of October. 15th October 2020. By cash account. How much is it? 560. So I'll write 560 rupees here. Perfect. So that's it. We are done with this accounting right now. Now we will bring in the concept of account current. Account current is simple. These transactions are supposed to be seen as individual transactions, not connected with each other. And all of them will be like treated like loan given by one party to the other. And for every transaction, from the date of the transaction till the end of the period, you would have to compute interest. Simple. Yeah. So for everything, I would have to compute period. Period is from this date till this date on which this is prepared. What date is this prepared? As on 31st of October 2020. So I'll write here. So from 1st of July till 31st of October, I would have to compute days. So how will I compute it? Pretty simple. Firstly, July, May, 31 days are there. So 31 days in July plus how many days after July comes August. August also has 31 days plus September has 30 days plus October has 31 days. So it is 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31. So it is 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31. That is basically 123. 3 4s are 120, 120 plus 3, 123. Product is simple, is equal to this multiplied by this. Yes, we would get so much product. Yeah, just that's it. Same thing we would have to do for others. Let's do for this. Counting from 15th of August. 15th is not counted. We'll start counting from 16th. So August has 31 days. 15 days are gone. So 16 days are remaining in August. Plus September mein how many days? September mein 30 days. Plus October mein how many days? 31 days in October. So it is 16 plus 30 plus 31. So it is 16 plus 30 plus 31. That comes to 77 days. Product is found as 1310 multiplied by 77. That's it. Same thing we have to do for these three transactions also. Let us do it. Peaceful. 20th of August, 31 days are there in August, 20 days are gone, 11 days are remaining. 31 minus 20 basically. August gone. September may 30 days after August. Then October may 31 days. That's it. So what is it? 11 plus 30 plus 31. 11 plus 30 plus 31. 72 days. Now we'll find the product. 240 multiplied by 72. Next, we'll find it for 22nd September. September may 30 days. 22 days are gone. So what will be remaining? 8 days in September. After September comes October. October may 31 days. So basically we would have to do 8 plus 31. 39 days is equal to 830 multiplied by 39, 32,370. Yeah, for this cash transaction. It is happening on 15th of October. 31 days in October. 15 days are gone. What is remaining is 16 days. 16 days. So is equal to 560 multiplied by 16. That gives 8,960. Everything is fine. All you need to remember is for the balance brought down, you need to consider that beginning date also. See here, 15th of August, you started counting from 16th. 16th to 31st, 16 days remaining. Here, I took 31 days. I didn't take 30 days in July. I took 31 days because that first day is also counted for balance brought down. It is due on that day. You would have to pay on that day. Whereas other transactions, if the sale is made today, if you pay today, no interest. You would have to pay tomorrow. If you pay tomorrow, 1 day's interest. Whereas for the balance brought down, it is due from the last period. If you pay it on the first day of the month, still you would have to pay interest for that 1 day. Balance brought down is not the date of transaction. It is already an existing loan from the previous period. You get that? I would cover it in detail in a separate video on account current, which I'm going to do in the upcoming days. Yeah, if you're following the channel, you would get the updates of it. But what you need to remember right now is for the transaction, you take it from the next day of the transaction. For the opening balance, you always count including the opening day. For the opening day, include the opening day. For the transaction, start counting from the next day. You get it? And there's an amazing concept called red ink interest also, which I'll be covering it in an in-detail video, which I'll do later. So that's it. Now there's a lot of place which is actually not required. So I will clear it. I will delete it here. Yeah. Now I'll put total. It's little tricky. First we'll find the total of the products. What do we find? Total of the product. See, first find the total of the products. Products ka total nikalo. Products total cheyandi. Products no total ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. So which side is more? The debit side products total is more. So I'll write here an item called as this I'll eliminate. I'll write here by balance of product. How much is the balance of product? This is equal to 2,04,190 minus sum of these items so far. I would get it as so much. 1,45,580. On this, I would have to identify the interest. Remember, if the balance is on the credit, interest will come on the debit. If the balance is on the debit, interest will come on the credit. Opposite side. Yeah, here I'll write to interest. Yeah, how did I find it? It is 1,45,580 multiplied by 1 divided by 365 multiplied by what is the rate of interest? 12%. 12%. Now you might ask me the question, sir, what is this nonsense 1 by 365? It is very easy, guys. Now, how do we find interest? P into T into R. Principal into time into rate of interest. Principal is this amounts 840, 1,310, 240, 830, 560. You should multiply this by rate. Rate is 12%. Simple. Now, considering the interest amount, in order to identify the interest, I would have to do 840 multiplied by 123 into interest. If I do into 123 into 12%, it will become wrong. Why? 12% is per annum. Have a look. 12% is per annum. For 1 year, it is 12%. If I do 840 into 123 into 12%, the interest that I'll arrive at is for 123 years. So what is it I should do? 123 days is not 1 year. So 123 is out of 365 days in a year. So I would have to do 840 into 123 by 365 multiplied by 12%. I'll repeat. I would have to do 840 multiplied by 123 by 365 into 12%. That is what I'm supposed to do. You get that? So in order to do that, I would have to do 123 by 365, 77 by 365, 72 by 365, 39 by 365, 16 by 360, so many times. Instead, I will first multiply them. On the whole, I'll do divide by 365 and into 12%. So that is a small technique here that is being used. It's a small shortcut. So that's how we find it. And this is our interest, which will go to amount column. Yeah, I'll do this. What is it? 1,45,580 multiplied by, okay, divided by 365 and, okay, wait. I'll open brackets, select this, divide it by 365, close the bracket, and then multiply it by 12%. Wow, that's how I arrive at 47.86 rupees as interest. I will round it off. We'll keep it as, I can round it off further. 48 is good. 48 rupees is good. That's my amount of interest. So now only thing that I would have to find is the balancing figure. This is at the end of the, what date is this, boss? 31st October 2020. Now few smart students will tell, sir, for this interest also we should find period. Yeah, you can. 31st of October to 31st of October. Period will become 0. Product will become 0. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. Don't compute interest on interest. Okay, you're not that cruel people here. And that's it. Now we'll find the balancing figure in the amount column. Here the interest rate given is common for debits and credit. If they wouldn't have given common interest, then we would have done separate totals on debit side, credit side amounts, and then separate products on both sides, separate interest on both sides. We could have done that. Now I'll find the balancing figure. 2, which side is more? Oh, sorry, I would have to write here. By balance carried on. What date is this transaction? 31st of October only. Yes, this is balancing figure, boys. Girls also. No, don't tell, sir, you told only to guys. Would it be different to girls? No, balancing figure will remain balancing figure. Is equal to this amount minus sum on this side. Yes, 568. With regard to both of it, I'll just post it. Yes, 2188. 568 rupees is what is receivable. 568 rupees is what is receivable by Mr. Raju from Mr. Sunil. 568 rupees is what is receivable by Mr. Raju from Mr. Sunil. By this, I'm done with question number 3B1. Now we'll do question number 3B2. Come on, let us do question number 3B2. Question number 3B2. Question number 3B2. What exactly is question number 3B2? It is an average due date question. Simple one. Rakesh had following bills receivable. Average due date is, there are multiple due dates. We'll find average of all the due dates to find one due date on which we will pay or will receive money. So average due date is such a due date on which if you settle, you need not pay any interest, nor you would have to receive any interest. So I have multiple bills payable, multiple bills receivable. Instead of settling them on multiple dates, I want to settle them all on one day. And I'll pay the exact amount, no interest to be paid, no interest to be received. So it's average. You get that? So that's it. We'll do Rakesh had the following bills receivable and bills payable. Okay. So against Mukesh, perfect. Calculate the average due date when the payment can be received or made without any loss of interest to either of the parties. Perfect. Let us do it. So they're given dates. So we'll do separate column for bills receivable and separate column for bills payable. So the columns that we'll have is, first we'll have date column. Then the next column that we'll have is tenure column. Then we'll have due date column. Yeah. After that, we'll have amount column. Yes, and then we'll have period, then we'll have product. So this will be our columns. It will just change our alignment for the previous question. That's okay. I'll attach this Excel sheet to your in the description. Link to this file to in the description. You can change it later whenever, however you want it to be. Whenever you're copying that specific question, align it to that particular format and then take it forward. Shit. I'm using the shift key and the function key little wrongly. Yes, this is one table ready. I would have to do a similar table for bills payable also. I'll Juma copy and paste this right below and I'll use it. So this is for bills receivable. This one here goes like bills payable. Perfect. Come on. So what are the bills receivables? 1st June. I'll just put the data first. Then we'll leave this file, go to the answer sheet only and then do it. Okay. 1st June, 5th June, 9th June. 1st June. Which year? They have not given the year. Okay. Next is 5th June. 5th June. Then, okay. I'll put it here only. 1st June, 5th June, 9th June. 12th June. Last transaction 20th June. I need an additional 20th June. 20th. Perfect. Tenures are 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Then 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. Perfect. Due date is what we should find. Amounts ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ 3,400, 3,400, 2,900, 5,800, 2,900, 5,800. Then I have 1,700 and 1,900. 1,700, 1,900. Let's do that for bills payable also. Only 29th May. 29th May. 3rd June and 9th June. 3rd June, 9th June. Tenure is 2 months, 3 months, 1 month. 2 months, 3 months, 1 month. Perfect. Due date is 29th. Oh, okay, that we would have to find. I'll just put the amounts. 2,500, 2,500, 3,400, 5,700. 5,700. Perfect. Now I have the data ready, bills receivable, bills payable ready. Now, come on, let's go on computing due date. A lot of people complicate this due date computation. I have a very simple formula of mine, which you can follow. DD, MM, Y. As simple as this. Just have to write everything in this DD, MM, YY format, and then we'll get it. So the first thing is date. Okay, transaction date. Okay, date, and then little this side. Yeah, date. To that you add tenure. To that you add grace days. You will get it. Yeah, it is as simple as that. Isn't that how you find it? Due date, sorry, date of transaction or date of the bill plus tenure plus grace days. Now, for instance, for this first bill, first is the date, June is the 6th month, year is don't know, year we don't know. Let us assume that whatever year it is, let that be. Okay. Now let us go to tenure. Tenure, let us assume this to be 2020 only. No problem. Okay. Now, tenure is 3 months. So 3 months, I'll put it in the month column. Grace days. Grace days is 3 grace days in the days column. That's it, boss. Why you complicating this? I don't really understand. So all you have to do now is just find the totals. So what is that we should do? We should find due date or maturity date, whatever it is in this case. So 1 plus 3, I'll write 4. 6 plus 3, I'll write 9. And 2020 will remain. So this will become 4th of September. As sweet as that. Is that difficult? Yeah, I don't know how you people do it. Next, 5th of June, say 3 months is there. Okay, 5th of June. Okay, let us change the date. It becomes 5th of June, 5, 6. What is the tenure? 3 months. Grace days, 3 days. So 5 plus 3 becomes 8. 6 plus 3 is 9. 2020 remains the same. 8th of September. You get that? Next, 9th of June, say 1 month. So I'll write here 9th of June. 9th of June. Yeah, tenure is how many months? 1 month. I'll change this to 1. Grace days 3. So 9 plus 3, 12. 6 plus 1, 7. So 12th of July. Yeah, if it becomes a very extraordinary figure, assume that this is like some 30th plus 3, this becomes 33 days. 33 days are not there in July. I mean, only 31 days are there. So we subtract 31 here and you add plus 1 here. So plus 1 makes it 8th month, minus 31 will make it 2 days. So 2nd of August or something like that. I'll show it to you if that comes. If not, I'll do a separate video on average due date wherein I'll tell you only how to add these dates. It's very simple. It's very, you should have to just use mathematics, addition, subtraction. A lot of them I see them writing 8 days in August, 9 days in, they do a lot of competition. How many days are left out in July? Oh God, what not. Huh? Next, so 12th of June, 2 months. So 12th of June. So 12th of June. Date is 12th of June. How many months? 2 no, sorry. Grace days are 3 only. Months is 2 months. 6 plus 2 gives us 8. 12 plus 3 gives us 15. 15. 15th of August. 15th of August, Independence Day. Let us just keep it there. I'll change it. Once I read everything, there might be some other holidays. See, have a look here. There might be a 6th of September is also an holiday given. I'll come back and then I'll change it. For now, leave it. 15th of August, let that be there. I know 15th of August shouldn't be. I should make it 14th of August. Let that be. We'll come back. Yeah. Next, 20th of June. So 20th of June. 20th of June. How many months? 3 months. 3 months. How much does that become? This becomes 9. 20 plus 3, 23. Ayyo, 23. 23rd of September. Yeah, I couldn't actually show the real trick here. Really, this becomes a very beautiful thing to do when there is more than 31 days and all. Yeah, 20th plus like 3 months or 4 months, sorry, 30 days or 35 days and all, when it comes, it becomes beautiful. Couldn't show in here, but it's okay. Don't worry. 29th May, 2 months. So let us go here. 29th month. 29th May, 2 months. I will add 3 grace days. Now I'll show. Okay. 29 plus 3 comes to how much? 32. Am I right? 5 plus 2 comes to how much? 7. 32nd of July is not there. 32nd of July, 31 days are only there. So I will do minus 31 here because 31 days are there. I'm removing it. I'm removing 31 days there. I'll add 1 here. If I subtract there, I should add here. So what will it become? 32 minus 1 becomes how much? 1. And here becomes 7 plus 1 becomes 8. So 32nd of July is 1st of August. So 1st of August is the date. I hope that made sense now. I'll write here 1st of August. Yeah. Then 3rd of June is what we have, plus 3 months. So I'll go here. I'll write 3rd of June, 3 months. So 3 plus 6 becomes 9. 3 plus 3 becomes 6. So all this is not required. So 6th of September. Next, what do you have? 9th of June, 1 month. 9th of June, I'll add 1 month. So 6 plus 1 becomes 7th month. 9 plus 3 becomes 12 days. So 12th of July is the due date. Yeah. After you identify the due dates for all the transactions, you would have to identify the earliest of the due dates and then take it as the base date. Yeah, lot of times you might have seen questions which take other than the earliest of the due date as the base date, but I highly recommend to take the earliest due date only as the base date. Sometimes it is also seen that a lot of materials, what they do is, or a lot of faculties, what they do is, if the same due date has appeared multiple times, they take such date as due date, such date as base date, so that multiple zeros will come and the product will become easier. But what you need to note is, if you take a date other than the earliest due date as base date, you'll have negative period for some things and the product will become negative. And I've seen a lot of students, they write correctly, but though they might have written minus item in the product column, when they're taking the total, they might blindly take it as plus and then get wrong too, which will end up giving 0 marks in the examination. I don't want that to happen. I don't want you people to get confused between minus and plus in the exam. So very simple, always, always, always take the earliest due date as the base date. In the class, I can do a lot of experiments, take the last date as due date, and I show a lot of things I can do. But I'm a faculty at the end of the day. I've surpassed this level. I'm a qualified chartered accountant. I don't just teach CA foundation, I teach CA final, and people post qualification in Indies and IFRS. So I can play because that's my forte. But you are writing an examination. You shouldn't experiment. So always you take the earliest due date as the base date and don't play any games in the exam. Play safe. Once you people qualify, then you can flaunt around your knowledge and what to say, composure, and then full tire as a subject and then play with it. But exam, always take the earliest due date as the base date. Let's see the earliest. What is the earliest? September, July 12th. And yeah, July 12th is the base date. So I'm considering 12th of July as the base date. What is the base date? 12th of July as the base date. 12th of July. 12th of July is taken as base date. So period will be found between base date to this date. So 12th of July to 12th of July, this will become 0. And 12th of July to 12th of July, this will become 0. And all the other period columns will be positive always. You get that? If you take other than 12th July, it will become negative. So I don't want that to happen. Yeah. Come on, let us take 4th of September. 12th of July is the 4th of September. July has 31 days. 31 days mein 12 days are gone. So many are remaining. 19 days are remaining. You get that? So I'll write here only. 19 days are remaining. Plus, how many more days after July comes August? August has 31 days. plus September में 4 days. So 19 plus 31 plus 4, 19 days in July, 31 days in August plus 4 days in September. That gives us 54. Done. Let us go to 8th of September. 8th till 4th of September it is 54. To 8th of September it will be 54 plus 4, 58. 4 additional days. If you want, you can do separately again. 19 plus 31 plus 8. 19 plus 31 plus 8 will again give you how much? 58 only. Next, 15th of August. Okay. Before I go further, I forgot. They've given 15th of August was a public holiday. 6th of September was a declared sudden holiday. So public holiday, the day before such holiday will become our due date. For a sudden holiday, the day after such date will become our work, and the next working date will become our due date. So for 15th, I'll replace it with what? 14th August. Yeah, and have they given anything else? They've given 6th of September. 6th of September is here. Next day, that is 7th September will become our due date. Perfect. Come on, let's find it for 14th of August now. So 12th of July to 14th of August. 19 days are remaining in July. How 19? After 12th, start counting 13, 14, 15, 16. Till 31st, if you count, it will become 19. How? 31 days may 12 days are gone. 31 minus 12 is 19. Done. After July comes August. August may 14 days. 33. If it is 23rd of September, it's pretty good again. 19 days in July plus 31 days in August plus 23 days in September. 73 days. Would have to do something of similar for this also. Again, the due date is 12th, the base date is 12th of July. So 19 days in July plus after July comes August, 1 date in August, 20. Here 7th of September, which is 19 days in July plus 31 days in August plus 7 days in September. Yeah. So now I've arrived at the period column. All I have to do is find the product now. Product is simple. It is amount multiplied by the period. Yes, I would end up doing it for all of it now. There are empty. I gave that so that it will look clean. Yes, come on. I have pasted it now. So finally we arrived at it. So now all we have to do is find the total and then apply the formula. Total of the products is what I'm trying to find. I would want total of the amounts also. Yeah. I'll find it for bills payable also now. Yes, got it. That's it. So now all I have to do is identify the average due date. How do we do the average due date? We'd have to apply the formula now. Come on. Average due date is equal to base date plus total of products. Yeah, divided by total of amounts. Okay, difference between total product divided by total amount. That's it. Come on, let us do average due date is equal to, okay, what is the base date in our question? 12th July. 12th July. Okay, next. What is the difference between the total products? Products that we have is 5,46,600. 5,46,600 minus 2,43,800. and this has to be divided by what? Divided by 15,700 minus 11,600. This is how we find it. Okay, let us do it. Average due date is equal to average is equal to 5,46,000. Okay, tell me how much is it? 5,46,600 minus this one. Okay, this has to be divided by what? 15,700 minus 11,600. That gives me 4,100. Yes. Okay. Paklama. 12th July. Now tell me. How much is 3,02,800, right? Divided by 4,100. 73.8563 days. Okay, I would round it off. When I round it off, I would actually take it as 74 days. Yes, 74 days. Why? When I say 73.85 days, I cannot say no. After 73 days, 23 hours, 18 minutes, 26 seconds, you need to pay me. It is not like specific minute, specific second. 73.85 days means after 73 days, in the 74th day, 85% of the day should be over, then you should pay. 74th day, I'll come and ask, you will pay. It is as simple as that. So I'll take it as 74 days. Don't go by the fact that, oh, because it is 73.85, sir rounded it off to 74. If it was 73.25, sir would have taken 73. No, anything over 73 is 74 only. After 73, even if it is 0.1, it is next day. You get that? 74. Round it off to the next number, not round it off to the closest number. Done. 74 days. How do we add? Lot of them here do a lot of calculations. Okay, that 19 days are left in July. So 74 minus 19, how much is left? 56, 55. 55 days may again 31 in August. No, don't do all that. Simple. Go by my formula. What did I tell? DDMMYY. DDMMYY. What should you add? 12th July. I'll take it as 2020 only. Done. How many days should you add? 74 days. 74 is days. Write it in the days column. Okay, bus. Add 74 plus 12. How much do we get? It is 76, 86. 86th of July 2020. Is there 86th July? No. July has only 31 days. So I'll do here minus 31. Yeah, after 31 it will becomes plus 1 to the month. That is August. So now I'll do minus 31. Done. So after that, what will I get? 86 minus 31. 86 minus 31. What do I get? 55th of August. Next, after 31 days, it will fall to August. 55th of August. Is there 55th of August? August doesn't have 55 days. Again, I'll do what? Again, I'll do the same old natak. Again, I'll do minus 31. So if I do minus 31, what will I get? 55 minus 31 becomes 24. 24th of September. 24th of September is there? Yes, 24th of September is there. So 24th of September is our average due date. Oh, sir, is it so? Yes, it is so. You get that? Simple math. Break it to math. Don't try to use logic. Don't try to use your brain. Put it as an equation, put it as a number, and then solve it. You will get the answer. So 24th of September is the average due date that is being asked to us in the question. Yes, so this is our answer. I will attach this Excel sheet to an Google Drive place, and then I'll share the link in the description so that you guys can watch it. I wanted to solve question number 3 as well as question number 4 in this video. But what happened is question number 3, I started explaining little concept. Same with 3B, 3 also. And 3B, we did 2 subparts. So I consumed a little more time. It's I'm running little short of time for me for another meeting of mine. So what I'll do is, though I promise that I'll do 3 and 4 as a part of this video, I'm stopping at 3. And I'll do 4 in the next part. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did promise and I'm breaking it. I understand. So please excuse me. I know you're angry on me, or you might be cursing me that this idiot told he'll do 3 and 4, but he did only 3. It is okay. I'm not dying. I'll be back. I'll do fourth one in the next video. So see you then. So we're done with question number 3 in this video. In the next video, I'll cover 4, 5, 6 if possible. If not, I'll do 4 and 5 and then do 6 separately. I think let me do it in third part, 4, 5, 6 together. Let's finish it. Yeah. So that's it for now. See you all in the next one, wherein we'll try to finish off the remaining parts of our CA Foundation November 2020 examination paper. Till then, stay in the game. Bye bye. What are you waiting for? Go study. I will do that remaining part later. I told you no. Bye.